me now is Lisa B. And Lisa, you are the person who spearheaded this demonstration today through Facebook. Am I right on that?
That's right, yeah.
So tell me, how'd you go about doing that?
Well, I suppose I just created the Facebook event and it spun off, and a lot of people...
Not my Taoiseach, that's the
Not
team.
my Taoiseach,
That's the team
yes.
with the demonstration today.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. I'm not happy, and I suppose...
Well, you were saying earlier, you think you had about 15,000 interested in coming to your parade today.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
So we're looking here today and it's not looking like that.
No, it's
so
not.
What do you think's happened? What's happened?
Well, this morning we had 2 vans which had equipment and signage, sound equipment, and they were stopped on the quays by An Garda Síochána.
Why would the Garda have stopped that particular van?
I don't know. There's a lot of roads being blocked off around the area at the moment.
The Dail is in total shutdown.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm not too sure. Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened. I can't get through to the guys. I don't know whether they've been arrested or I've nothing. We haven't heard anything from them. I've everybody trying to get through to them, and we've heard nothing. And that was 1:00.
Okay.
So we're not too sure what's happening.
So one van of people just can't get here. So where's two vans of people?
Yeah.
So where's the rest of the 15,000 interested?
Well, I'm asking the same question, to be honest with you. I had a lot of interest.
Do you think perhaps like your Facebook pages are being watched?
Well, I suppose a lot of people have said that over the last couple of weeks, with any political protest or anything like that.
Of course, you are making the point, and you want to demonstrate the point, and you want to make the point that peaceful demonstration is a powerful demonstration.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think violence is the way to get anything done, I suppose the lads inside would love to see us being rowdy and, I don't think that will achieve anything.
But you would advocate peaceful demonstration?
Absolutely, in all forms and all times, yeah.
Okay, Lisa, we'll hang around. We're going to stay here for the day and we'll see how the day progresses. Thank you for talking to us on Irish Web TV. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'm speaking to 2 people who are telling me part of the story. Now, what's your first name?
John.
So, John, you tell me, you reckon there's about 15,000 people interested in coming to this demonstration today. But what's happened?
Well, regarding the barricades, I would have to say that the guards have been watching the Facebook pages and saw the amount of people that were due to come out, and they panicked and just put the place into lockdown.
So the place is in lockdown. But you were saying that people on the outskirts getting through one of the organisers, Lisa B, has posted to the page an hour ago to say that our van with our sound equipment and signage has been stopped en route. I cannot get through to the lads on the phone, not sure what is going on. The Dail is in shutdown. They can try lower our voice and hold us back, but I will certainly still be there with you. We should be flattered at the effort they are putting in. It gives us credit to how powerful we the people can be when we are demanding change. There are unconfirmed reports that the lads in the van have been arrested. Signage and their megaphone all seized, and the van seized. Okay, so with Vincent, as Vincent says, a concerned member of the public. Vincent, why are you here today?
Well, I'm here today in solidarity with Not My Taoiseach protest because what I feel is an absolute disgrace the way the government is conducting itself at the moment. The austerity measures are just off the wall. The homeless crisis is just beyond the crisis, and it should have been declared a long, long time ago. The government have no problem bailing out the banks just like that whenever they want, but when it comes to actually bailing out the people that they're meant to represent, they're not doing anything.
Okay, so what will do something? A public demonstration was organised today. Something's gone wrong. It hasn't really happened. What will tell us? Give us an update on today first.
Well, I find that there is a massive problem between the people. There's a lot of frustration with a lot of activists around the country, and I do share the concerns that there's no unity. Well, I think it's more so is that we need to stop the squabbling about. We all know what the problems are, but homelessness and austerity measures, they're not the problem. They're the result of the problem. And I find if we just all came together on the common ground that the government are responsible for this, the government policies are responsible for this, the banks and the vulture funds are responsible for this, and the Gardaí and our court service are responsible for this, and these are facilitating the government policies.
And reading good journalism and looking at not mainstream media, perhaps other media outlets, we can see that, we're beginning to understand it. Unfortunately, it's a very true picture what you're saying. But how are you, the people that are concerned, going to go about doing something? Now, as we can see, the Yellow Vest movement started up, not my Taoiseach movement here today. It seems to me disjointed, just things aren't happening.
It's very true, yeah.
The people power isn't getting its act together. Okay, so you
Well,
said
it's
you'd like
a
to do
society.
something about that. There's a bit of unity going.
A bit of unity going. I think the biggest problem is there's so many opinions out there, and we don't agree on a lot of things, and that's understandable. We live in a free and open society where we're able to speak, but unfortunately, all our views are shouting where we should actually show our attention. Our attention should be on the people who are actually causing this frustration, causing the issues and the problems in the country as we see it, and all around Europe. The Yellow Vest movement, as Gilles Legon's done in France, they were against a particular thing about diesel increases, but it's a lot more to that. There's a lot. People are getting frustrated and angered by their government because they're no longer for the people. They're for their corporate sponsors and capitalists, and it needs to stop. Everyone agrees on that, and we all should unite for that cause. That we've had enough. Because if we don't do something, if our generation doesn't do something,
that's a reason to
kids,
have people power.
Yeah.
But okay, so social media is great at explaining and making us well aware of that. But I think today perhaps is an example of where social media has actually let the people down, because I think you've been infiltrated.
I do agree with that, because there's so many views and there's so many fake profiles and fake groups. And if you want to destroy a movement, why not lead the movement and actually destroy it from the inside out?
So how are you going to get your way around that?
But the best way to do it is basically is everyone come out in the street and in solidarity with every man, woman and children in the country, and actually show.
So that's everyone to the street for their own cause?
For their own cause. Because in order to get, if they have something wrong with their country, the only way to change it is get rid of the people that are actually making the decisions, and the ones that are making the decisions are not doing it in their best interests.
Okay, so people to the streets for your own cause, and of course you'd like to state peaceful demonstration, power and peace.
Power and peace. Now, we all should seek peace, but we all must always prepare for war as well, because if just for instance, right, if we had a load of people chanting peaceful things in 1916, we probably wouldn't have got the impact that we've had for the last 100 years, to show that these people went out in 1916 to actually fight for people that didn't have it, like the workers.
Perhaps you could use knowledge as your power.
Use knowledge as your power. You know, the more you know, the more you'll have an opinion, a more rounded opinion on what's actually going on.
Where you can deal with it.
Where you can deal with it. And actually, you know what? We're not that too much different, the left or the right. You know, we're all human beings at the end of the day, but we're all being... when the bailiff comes to your house, he doesn't ask if you're left or you're right, if you voted for Sinn Féin or if you voted for the Labour Party or Fine Gael or Fianna Fáil. They do it regardless. They're like, basically, they don't pick and choose. They're against us all. So we need to all stand up and actually do something about it. And I encourage everybody to do that.
Speaking to Glenn Miller, one of the representatives of the Yellow Vest movement, a big crowd was anticipated here today, but as we can see and we can hear around the Dail and city centre is in lockdown, Glenn, and that may have prevented the demonstration that was supposed to take part.
Yeah, well, we can see these big, fantastic, fabulous banners all over, blocky things. They're on all the streets leading to the Dail.
There is only pedestrian access to the Dail.
No, there's not even pedestrian.
You're stopped, you're questioned.
No, you're not even questioned. You're not allowed. The guards are under Section 21 have blocked access to the streets.
So just let me get this straight. So if one was driving around the city centre now at the moment, access is cut off from all around this area.
Yeah.
Is the city centre on lockdown?
Well, it appears to be that the Dail is on lockdown for whatever they're afraid of. The guards have shut the city down.
So the demonstration didn't have to do it after all?
No. We have 3 cohorts of demonstrations that can't actually get access to where we are. So they're trapped in 3 different areas. So the guards are doing our work for us.
So looking forward and looking down the road, where does that put demonstrations and the big one for Not My Taoiseach? Like, it seems the government have everything pretty in hand and control, looking from today's point of perspective.
I don't think this is control. Blocking off half the city on our behalf isn't isn't controlled. It's reactive.
But it would stop a lot of the people power, a lot of the parades getting together. It would.
Yeah, 100%. We'd only ask people to continue to come to the protests, get involved, unite with us, put aside your differences, and unite and get on the streets.
Perhaps this is a day where people power just didn't come forward.
No, I'm sure People Power did come forward, even with the small numbers that are here. We've still managed a great victory where the Dail, as you can see right in front of you, is on shutdown. Over here to the left of us, the Gardaí are preventing access. The same applies around the corners on both streets.
Also, I noticed there's a lack of mainstream media as well.
I don't know. I've seen a few.
Press photographers.
Well, we saw RTE, but they said they were going off to a different conference.
Yeah.
So not really interested in the people's movement.
Well, thanks very much, Glenn, again. Glenn Miller
Thanks, Anne.
talking to us on Irish Web TV. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
So you're going to give us an update on what's going on around today's demonstration. The crowds haven't turned up. What's going on?
I do believe that the crowds haven't turned up because a lot of them being censored. A lot of posts put out for today's demonstration have been censored. Even today's live broadcast on some of the social media pages of leading activists and the Not My Taoiseach page, they've also had their pages censored and their posts actually taken down. Obviously the government are afraid.
In the last few minutes.
In the last few minutes, and it just shows you the government are afraid that the people are standing up to their behaviour, and we won't stop until they're removed.
So here we are in Molesworth Street today, where the Not My Taoiseach demonstration and the other groups were meant to demonstrate today. Maybe People Power didn't take to the street, but listening and talking to people in the crowd that is here today, People Power is definitely mad and alive. Thank you for watching irishwebtv.com.